Hi everyone, this is Abhinav from PhoneBunch and today we are unboxing the Eureka Plus. Now this has been priced at Rs 10,000, available exclusively through Amazon.in. It runs on Cyanogen OS 12 based on Android 5.0 Lollipop. Specs remain the same apart from the new 5.5-inch 1080p display. So again, you have the Snapdragon 615, 2 gigs of RAM, 16 gigs of expandable storage, and a 13 megapixel rear camera which has been upgraded to a Sony IMX214 sensor, 2500 mAh battery here, and a 5 megapixel front facing camera. So let's cut open these seals, see if there is any difference in design with the Eureka Plus. So at the very top you have the Eureka Plus right there. We have got it in the moon dust grey color. There is an alabaster white variant also available, but I thought that would actually get quite dirty very easily. You do get a free screen guard within the box. That's your user manual. A 2500 mAh removable battery right here. You also get in-ear style headset that we had previously seen with the original Eureka as well. So in terms of packaging and the contents within the box, it's actually very similar. The same micro USB to USB data syncing and charging cable. And there's your USB wall adapter, which is rated at 1.5 amps. Now let's have a look at the Eureka Plus itself. So there it is. Again, very similar look and feel. The back cover seems very similar as well. Now coming to the side, on the left you have the volume rocker. It is very sturdy, offers good feedback. It is slightly textured as well, so it would be easier to grip. At the top, 3.5 audio jack. On the right, power lock and unlock button. Again, a bit textured with good tactile response. Now moving to the bottom, you have the micro USB data syncing charging port as well as the primary microphone of the device. And at the back you will see the new 13 megapixel camera unit, LED flash, secondary noise cancellation mic, U branding right there as well. Now the back cover does feel very nice to hold. You have the speakerphone at the bottom. It seems slightly more rounded, but I think it is actually not. It's just a placebo effect, new phone. So the back cover in itself again is a bit sturdier. The chassis has been reinforced to make the phone stronger. You have a micro SD card slot and 2 micro SIM card slots over here. This is again a 4G LTE device and you can use the 4G SIM in either of the SIM card slots. Now I've put in the battery and we'll power on the phone for the very first time. But before that, I must say that the build does seem a little better than the original Eureka over here. It seems a bit heavier as well. And again, some specs that we already know. Let me just remove this plastic sheet. Now at the top of the display you have the 5 megapixel camera, proximity and light sensors along with the notification LED, and you have capacitive buttons just below the display which do light up. However, the backlight is a bit feeble over here apart from the central home button. We have booted into Android Lollipop running on the Eureka Plus. Not many apps have come pre-installed, as you see right there. The animations also look slick. Here's your notification quick toggles. Let's jump into settings. We'll see the actual Android version as well. So here we are in about Android 5.0.2 running on the device. And we know that Android 5.1 Lollipop is already in the works in beta testing right now. Out of that 16 gig storage, you have about 12 gigs available to you right out of the box. So that's actually plenty. You can expand storage with a micro SD card slot as well. USB OTG is also supported over here. I'll play a 1080p video right from the USB storage. And you can see it plays quite well. Now the Snapdragon 615 is an octa-core chipset, clocked at 1.5 GHz, 64-bit there. And 1.3 gigs of RAM is free out of 2 gigs after the first boot. Now let's talk about this display. It's a major new addition. 5.5-inch 1080p IPS panel, Corning Gorilla Glass protection with an oleophobic coating. Viewing angles, as you can see, are very wide, no major distortion in brightness or colors. And in fact, the color reproduction actually looks better to me than the original Eureka. Coming to the rear camera again, it takes images very quickly just like the previous Eureka. This time around, camera sensor has been swapped to the Sony IMX214 instead of the IMX135 on the Eureka. You can record 1080p video with the front as well as the rear camera over here. Now this is one of the easiest camera interfaces around. You can simply swipe through all the different options very easily. Now the image quality also looks very nice. In this slide I can see that there is very little noise and color reproduction is pretty accurate. Even the front facing 5 megapixel camera takes images rather quickly. Not much noise over here and plenty of detail really. Now again, this is the default Cyanogen launcher. No major changes over here. Separate app drawer, no bloatware on the device, very few useless apps, and I really greatly appreciate that. Some amount of customization is available in the launcher as well. You can change scroll effects, grid sizes. Here's your quick toggles. You can actually customize these as well. Multiple user accounts is present here too. You have priority interruptions. Theme support is also baked in. There are plenty of themes that are available on the default theme store with paid options as well. There's a new app themer option too. You can customize each theme according to your own liking. Double tap to wake is also available over here. It's actually one of the most used features I've found on smartphones. And as with CyanogenMod, you can go ahead and use on-screen buttons instead of the capacitive buttons if you so desire. I actually like using that. They're far easier to use. Now we have loaded PhoneBunch.com. This is our mobile website. Scrolling seems to be pretty smooth. Let's switch to our desktop website now. And again, here too, scrolling, rendering is pretty fast. Pinch to zoom also works well. The touch response from this display is pretty quick. Apps do open up quickly here as well. Now Snapdragon 615 with its 64-bit Cortex A53 cores does perform quite well, but has a tendency to heat up. We'll check that out in our gaming review. Now this is the Lenovo K3 Note on the right. These are the major rivals, priced the same at Rs 10,000. Both have 1080p displays, octa-core processors, 13 megapixel rear, 5 megapixel front-facing cameras. The Lenovo K3 Note is slightly less wider than the Eureka. We'll definitely test both of these phones out. I somewhat like the display on the K3 Note a bit better. Now those were just our first impressions. Overall, I think the build quality has improved with the Eureka Plus. The display is a great addition. Cameras were always good on the Eureka as well, and this time around they seem a bit better. Now this is a competitive smartphone launched by you, especially with the K3 Note and the Samsung Galaxy J5 already available and the new Moto G just around the corner. We'll be back with more. Don't forget to hit that subscribe and like button. Thanks for watching this video. If you have any questions, let us in the comment section, and as always, have a great day.